Hello, everyone. Welcome to my very first WWE video podcast. I'm your host, Alex Cardinale, and hopefully we can get through this video without any technical difficulties. Tonight is WWE SummerSlam 2021, the first time in a long time that WWE has aired a pay-per-view on Saturday night, and the first time in SummerSlam history that SummerSlam will be airing on a Saturday. Also tonight, SummerSlam will be airing for the first time since 1992 in an outdoor stadium, as SummerSlam will be coming to you from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. So SummerSlam is one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. Obviously, my biggest favorite is WrestleMania, but SummerSlam is my second favorite WWE pay-per-view. So I figured my very first WWE video podcast should be me previewing and giving my predictions for WWE SummerSlam. So my goal is to do more WWE video podcasts, but for now I'll just stick with the WWE pay-per-view previews and reviews. So tonight I'm going to start with WWE SummerSlam 2021. Now, if you're tuned in live and you have your own SummerSlam 2021 predictions, make sure to post them in the comments below, and I will show all of my viewers your predictions as well. So what do you think will happen tonight at WWE SummerSlam? Show your predictions in the comments below, and we'll see if we agree with your predictions or not. And you can also comment on whether or not you agree with my predictions or not. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by discussing the SummerSlam 2021 match card. Now, a lot of people have been saying that this year's SummerSlam seems kind of lackadaisical or not as good as many previous years of SummerSlam. But I think for this year, it has a pretty decent SummerSlam, a pretty decent match card. Now they're advertising this year's SummerSlam as the biggest event of 2021 because it is the first outdoor stadium that is going to be packed. Anyway, here is the SummerSlam 2021 match card. Nikki Ash defends her Raw Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. The main event tonight is Roman Reigns defending his Universal Championship against John Cena. Then we have Bobby Lashley defending his WWE Championship against Goldberg. We have the Usos defending their SmackDown Tag Team titles against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. We have Bianca Belair defending her WWE SmackDown Women's Championship against Sasha Banks, although that match has been up in the air for the past couple of days. However, it is still being advertised by the WWE, so I'm just going to make the assumption that it is going to happen still. Then we've got a match that I'm really looking forward to, and that is Edge versus Seth Rollins. Then we've got Sheamus versus Damian Priest, which is a singles match for the WWE United States Championship. And a match that really makes no sense for me, Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal, where Veer and Shanky are banned from ringside. So basically, most of 2020 and 2021, Drew McIntyre was a championship contender, and now he's in a feud with one of the worst superstars of all time, in Jinder Mahal. Then we've got Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie, which is going to be a singles match. And then finally, we've got AJ Styles and Omos versus RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Matt Riddle, a tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. So there are 10 announced matches for SummerSlam 2021, and those are all of the 10 SummerSlam matches. So pretty much a stacked SummerSlam, in my opinion. Obviously, a few filler matches like the Alexa Bliss and Eva Marie match, and then unfortunately, I think the Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal match is also a filler match. That's just to get Drew McIntyre on the SummerSlam card. But hopefully, Drew McIntyre will look strong in this victory because there's no way Jinder Mahal is going to beat Drew McIntyre. So before we get into my predictions, I'm going to answer the question, do I think SummerSlam will have any surprises tonight? Yes, I think there will be surprises tonight because I know for a fact Vince McMahon is not stupid. He was watching AEW last night and he saw the return of CM Punk. So to counter that, he's going to put together a really good, solid pay-per-view. They would not be calling SummerSlam 2021 the biggest event of 2021 if they did not have any surprises. So as far as what those surprises may be, I don't know, but I am expecting at least one surprise. Maybe it's Goldberg winning the WWE Championship and then Big E Langston or Big E cashing in his Money in the Bank contract to win the WWE Championship. Although that is very unlikely, that is very unlikely because Big E is a SmackDown superstar, and a SmackDown superstar won the Money in the Bank contract. So therefore, he's only eligible for the Universal Championship, I believe. So I don't think it will happen tonight, but it could. Who knows? But I think there will be surprises tonight, and I cannot wait to see what surprises will happen here tonight at SummerSlam. Now, I see some people are asking me my thoughts on CM Punk returning to AEW. I am actually saving that for my next pro wrestling video, which is not going to air live, but it will be released tomorrow on my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale, and that's going to be a recap of the pay-per-view tonight. So tomorrow on my YouTube channel, I am going to do a SummerSlam 2021 recap, and I'll also discuss my thoughts on CM Punk returning to AEW. I figured I would not do it today because if I did it today, it would take away from SummerSlam 2021, and I want that to be the biggest event of the summer. So yes, there will be surprises in my opinion, tonight happening at SummerSlam. So what do you think will be the surprises happening at SummerSlam? Leave them in the comments below, and I will be happy to react to them. Now, one of the big surprises I think could happen in case Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair cannot go down, I think WWE will throw a curveball and put Becky Lynch in Sasha Banks' place to face Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. However, I feel that she really does not deserve a SmackDown title shot right now. That's only if Sasha Banks cannot compete against Bianca Belair. Okay, so which matches or match am I most looking forward to for SummerSlam tonight? Well, the first match I'm really looking forward to is Edge versus Seth Rollins. A lot of people have been saying this has been a dream match for many years, and this is a dream match that I particularly am looking forward to. Now, Edge is one of my personal favorite superstars from the Attitude Era, so I'm interested to see how this match lays out. Last night, I really enjoyed the Edge and Seth Rollins segment where Edge reintroduced the Brood and the Brood Bath. And I think that was really, really interesting. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this match goes and who emerges victorious in this match. I do have to say, that I think Edge needs the victory more than Seth Rollins in this match. Edge has lost a couple of high caliber matches this year, so he definitely needs a win, and it needs to take place tonight in this match. Because he's a face, and you cannot have one of your mega faces losing every match they are in. Seth Rollins is still a heel. He can recover from this loss, but another loss for Edge will be tough to recover from. But I'll talk about that in a few moments. Another match I'm looking forward to is Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley. I know Goldberg has been given yet another championship match, but I do enjoy seeing Goldberg wrestle a little bit. So I'm interested to see how this match works out. Will it be a 5-minute match again, or will it be a battle of the spears? We shall find out. And last but not least, the main event, Roman Reigns versus John Cena. I'm looking forward to that match. We all know Roman Reigns is not going to lose, but how is that match going to reach its end? I'm looking forward to that as well. So I'm looking forward to Edge versus Rollins, Lashley versus Goldberg, and Reigns versus John Cena. All right, now let's get into my main point of this video, and that is my SummerSlam 2021 predictions. So, my predictions for SummerSlam 2021. I think Alexa Bliss will defeat Eva Marie. I think Edge will defeat Seth Rollins. Like I said, Edge needs the victory more than Seth Rollins. So he will get the win tonight. I hope and I believe Edge will get the victory. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle, RK Bro, will defeat AJ Styles and Omos to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Damian Priest will defeat Sheamus to become the new United States champion. The Usos will defeat the Mysterios to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Nikki Ash will retain her Raw Women's Championship by defeating Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. There's no way in hell Jinder Mahal is beating Drew McIntyre, so I'm predicting Drew McIntyre will defeat Jinder Mahal. Bianca Belair will retain her title against Sasha Banks. Lashley, unfortunately, will retain his title against Goldberg. I am not a big Bobby Lashley fan. I find he is really boring, but I think his dominance of a WWE champion will continue. Although the fan in me would love to see Goldberg win, so maybe Vince goes with a different direction and Goldberg defeats Lashley. I would not be upset with that outcome, but I know many Lashley fanboys would cry if Goldberg defeated Lashley. So common sense tells me Lashley will defeat Goldberg. And finally, in the main event, there's no way Cena's going to win. Roman Reigns will defeat John Cena. Maybe there'll be some interference. Maybe Finn Balor comes out and turns heel, turning on John Cena, setting up a John Cena versus Finn Balor feud for WrestleMania in Dallas next year. It is rumored that Cena is done after tonight's match for WWE for the rest of 2021. So an interference here by Finn Balor turns Balor heel and gets him ready for his match with John Cena at WrestleMania 38 in Dallas. But that is just a prediction. So those are all of my SummerSlam 2021 predictions. Again, Alexa Bliss defeats Eva Marie. Edge will defeat Rollins. RK Bro will win the Raw Tag Team titles. Damian Priest defeats Sheamus. The Usos will defeat the Mysterios. Nikki Ash will retain her title. Drew McIntyre will defeat Jinder Mahal. Bianca Belair will defeat Sasha Banks. Lashley will beat Goldberg. And Roman Reigns will defeat John Cena. Now, if I was booking SummerSlam, here is how the match card would go. The opening match would be the show stealer, in my opinion, and I think the show stealer is going to be Edge versus Seth Rollins. Then the next match I would do would be AJ Styles and Omos versus Randy Orton and Matt Riddle for the Raw Tag Team titles. Then I would do Sheamus versus Damian Priest for the United States Championship. Then I would do Usos versus the Mysterios for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Then I would do Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. Then I would get the two women's championship matches out of the way. Nikki Bella versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Then Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. And then Goldberg versus Lashley. And the main event, Cena versus Reigns. There's no way in hell John Cena and Roman Reigns does not close SummerSlam 2021. All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed my preview show and my prediction show. Do not miss WWE SummerSlam 2021 live in less than 2 hours at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Peacock in the United States of America and on the WWE Network elsewhere. I'm going to be tuned in watching live, and I'm going to enjoy SummerSlam tonight. And I hope you professional wrestling fans, and of course you WWE fans, enjoy WWE SummerSlam 2021. And hopefully you enjoyed my very first pay-per-view preview. Now, as I mentioned earlier on during today's live stream, don't miss my WWE SummerSlam 2021 recap show, which will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale, tomorrow. So sometime tomorrow, probably around this time, I will have my recap of WWE SummerSlam 2021 on my YouTube channel tomorrow, and I'll discuss some of your fanboys' favorite CM Punk's return to AEW, although I was never a huge CM Punk fan. So my closing remarks, enjoy WWE SummerSlam 2021 tonight, and I'll see you on my next WWE video. So hopefully you guys enjoy my WWE videos. Goodbye, everybody, and tune in to SummerSlam and enjoy it.